this down. As far okay, in 3, 2, 1, show your face. Good evening, everybody. Yes, hi, good evening, everybody. I don't see. Okay, thanks, Ryan. Yichen, hi, Yichen, hi. Harry, hi. Rachel, you there, Rachel? I can't see Rachel's face. Rachel, are you there? Or at least answer me. Shy, Rachel, shy, yes. Oh, cam spoil. Yes, okay. But can you talk? Are you able to talk to me? Okay, the next round. Okay, good. I can hear you. Thanks. At least your voice recorded there. My advice is next time round, if possible, that not just for my class. I think in school you also need to on your camera. Okay, as I'm also taking out a course soon, I also have to show my face every 4 hours, not every minute for the 4 hours of trainings online for my digital course. So yes, thank you so much for joining in today, a fourth lesson. We're going to do some tests. Benny, I'm not sure about the rest. The rest, I think the same skill for SBQ. You got SBQ skill, right? Show me a thumbs up, right? SBQ, source-based questions, right, for history. You know about inference skills, all this, right? Right, Benny? Correct now. Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, good, thank you. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the lessons, what I'm going to do today. There's a lot of slides here, so give me some times to go through it. Really got a lot of slides. I'm confused also. Give me yeah, I found it. Okay, thank you. So today, lesson 4, 3rd of February. All right, so what is ICR idea? I think we mentioned last week. And how many questions are there in SBQ and how many marks? And how many questions in SEQ? Brian and Benny, I'm not sure whether in your school, all right, is it the same format with the rest of the 4 leaders there, the 4 gentlemen there? Because this is the format, and I would like the 4 students, maybe for Howray and Ryan's, maybe you're still new to it, but both those of the set 4 students, please take note, because just now I have a small debate with my goddaughter who's also set 4 this year, and later I explain to you what I mean by some arguments. Okay, so these are the things we're going to cover tonight. There's a quite fair bit of things. All right, so this is the one. Please take note of your this test code, exam code, okay, for the set 4 students. All right, so I think 2204 is wrong. It should be 2273. Please check when you have your entry proof. Okay, when I was doing invigilations that time as an invigilator in one of the secondary school, at that time there were 2 or 3 different types of history paper. The old syllabus and the some changes of new syllabus. So end up the invigilator, it's not our fault, happen to give the papers according to the desk, but unfortunately there's some changes. End up the students got the wrong paper, and halfway through they started doing, how come I'm doing this kind of history paper and that paper? How come the marks allocation is different? How come there's only 5 SBQ or not 6 SBQ, or the SEQ, the structured essay question is 12 marks or 5 marks? At that time was 5 and 10 marks, that kind of thing. So please be careful. Please bear in mind, I think if it's not mistaken, it's 2273. Okay, this is anyway, whatever 2273 or 2204, please take note on this one here, which is section A is 30 marks, section B is 20 marks. As promised last week that I would like you all to do some time management strategy. Now, you see, I can't be spending every lesson talk about the contents of the subjects and things like that. I definitely need some time. Sorry, give me a minute. Give me a minute now. Can somebody get the food? Sorry, there's a Grab food coming to my house, so sorry. All right. You must spend some time to allocate your time management. I'm so sorry, because that Grab driver was looking at me. How come I'm not going to collect the food? I just look at him and me can't work. Okay, so here we go. So the 30 marks and 20 marks, seriously, you may type in the chat group and tell me, where's my chat group? Oh my goodness. Okay, here. You may type in the chat group, which one do you prefer? Do you start to do SBQ or SEQ? So like I mentioned last week we have a test with my set 1 student, an online test. So I will not be spending 1 hour and 30 minutes, sit there and ask you to do SPQ and SEQ with me, right? So definitely I will not give homework. Thank you very much for Ray Chen and Hao Ray and Yi Chen that you have sent me your essay. Okay, I like SEQ more. Thanks, Ryan. Thank you. Okay, so the skills are there, the time management. Thank you, Ryan. At the same time, you need to know during my online lessons, okay, you not only have to participate the answer, I need to know your gauge. I don't think it's fair that you pay the tuition fee and then I do not know where is your SWOT. Where's your strength, where's your weakness, where's your opportunities, and where's your threats when you're doing your skills. So at least now I know how Ray Chen works on the essay and Yi Chen as well and how Ray. So they have sent me the homework. So for the rest of you, please continue to flood my Google Classroom with all the essay to me so that I'm able to mark and give you my comments. All right. So as you know, next 2-3 weeks is WA. I'm not sure about Benny, whether you have WA or not. So, yep. Okay, so can I have a quick one on the survey here? Okay, thanks for Ryan for participating. Because you only can send me privately, so I can't do everyone's. So, okay, so who else can you type in the chat group? Do you prefer SPQ or SEQs first? The source space or the essay? Please type it out so I get some feel. Thank you, Yichan. SEQ, well, okay. Ray Chen, how Ray also SEQ, okay. So let Benny and Ray Chen, which one do you prefer? Benny, you're same, right? SPQ and SEQ the same, right? For your history, is it the same? Benny? Yeah, same.
Yeah, obviously, like history is like, yeah, I think it's like all the schools are like approximately the same lah. They
I
might
like the
have.
word. I like the word you say that approximately the same. I like that seriously. You are absolutely right. Carry on, 对不起，打扰你。再来一次。然后呢，Ray Chen, thank you very much. Wow, 4 vote for SEQ. Okay, yes, Benny, your last vote. SEQ or SBQ? Sorry, I disrupt you just now. You're saying approximately mostly all the school are the same. So what is your take? Okay, maybe you can type your answer first. It's good that when I have camera to see you also, I know, okay, who you are, and then with your facial expressions, I can tell you whether you understand or not. Okay, don't be shy, huh? Okay, left Benny. Benny, which one do you prefer, SEQ or SBQ?
I think I prefer SEQ.
SEQ, huh? Okay, all right, SEQ for you. Okay, good. As you know, SEQ is an essay structure questions. So if you spot the correct answer, okay, and spot the correct questions at the same time, then you can allocate your time properly and good. But if you really do not know, then too bad. Okay, the reason why I'm going to show you this ones. Okay, give me a minute. So move down. So this is the 6 questions. As you know, why was the purpose? Is it the inference with purpose, reliability, usefulness, or what? So these are the skill. Are you surprised? So is this a usefulness or reliability skill? Now study source C and D. How are the two sources different? So definitely with these questions, you have to answer similar and differences. I always advise my students, if they ask you for difference, answer the difference first. So please do not do this. Both sources are different. There will be some marker will definitely mark you wrong if you do not indicate the C and the D there. Please take note. Okay, I have a student argue with me when I was in the secondary school. Mr. Shang, it's understood what? Two sources, you're asking C and D, right? Then I just put both sources are different. Why you mark me wrong? Okay, but then again, be more specific. Okay, you have to be specific. Two sources, say both sources C and D are different, then you say. Then the second paragraph, you talk about the similarities, okay? Right, things like that. So this is what can you learn from this one? Is it similarity and differences? Okay, do you do the sources shown? So this is what, study all sources. So later I explain to you. Now this is the SEQ questions. Remember last week we talked about DEERL, right? Describe, explain. I think Ray Chen has done a good job to show the whole class. Thank you very much for your help. Okay, these are the questions. Now, for set 4 student, this is a recording. I don't want to take any responsibility, not say don't take responsibility. I don't want to to make it that, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to curse and swear and scold me on the Facebook or Twitter or internet that, well, uncle, you bluff me, it never come out. So this is my prediction for the Set 4 students. I'm not sure about you, Benny, because you're IP student, so I'm not sure you're taking this O-levels format. As far as concerned, this is the questions that I'm going to do, not just for my online classes, as well as in the classroom for those my Set 4 students, okay, including my goddaughter. So there you are. So this, the one with the most asterisk one is the high chances of coming out. Now, Ray, is it Ray Chen and who else? Who else are the Set 4 student? Anyway, the Set 4 student, please take note. Maybe in your school, you can check with your teachers. Okay, your teachers will not say they will spot question for you. They will like more or less they'll emphasize to see which one is most likely to come up for the coming exam in October this year. So then again, those questions that came out last year will be unlikely to be following up this year. And these are the questions that I think, okay, somebody send me a chat group. Joe, we are doing defeat of Japan. Yes, Yi Chen, you are set 3, right? Or set 1? Let me check because Yi Chen is set 4. Oh, okay, so sorry. Oh my gosh, I missed my, I cannot close. Okay, next time I don't close my thing already. When I close, I cannot. Okay, I open up already. Thanks. Thank you, Yi Chen. Defeat of Japan. Yes, did I mention about Japan here? No, right? So I think Japan came out, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years ago. All right. So the defeat of Japan, if I'm not mistaken, okay, yeah, set 4. Thank you, Yi Chen. If I'm not mistaken, because I have a list, I already monitor since 2012 until now, 2020, from the old syllabus to the new syllabus. Okay. So then again, like I say, some teacher doing this and that. So because now you are only the first 1.5, not even 1.5, the beginning of the year, defeat of Japan is in set 3 textbook. Your set 4 textbook will cover the Cold War, the Korean War, and the CMC, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so there's still a long way to go. But somewhere in July, when you're doing your prelim, hopefully, please. I think last year is very unfair to all the set 4 students. I feel very shortchanged for them. Because of the COVID, and they do not have 2 prelim, if I'm not mistaken, they only got 1 prelim. Very poor thing. So it kind of affect their skill. To be honest, in the school, how often do you do a full paper during your classroom time? It's only during your test. Maybe your test is only 3/4 of your test. It won't be very hard to give you a full paper. The only time you can have a full paper sitting is during your mid-year or your prelim. Okay, there's some school I knew that they give 3 prelims before the actual O level. Okay, I won't want to mention which school is that, but yeah. And then my previous school is at least 2 prelim and 1 mock exam. It depends on us as teachers. If we are kiasu, you know what's kiasu, right? Okay, pasu, what we will give that. And sometimes they do consultations to ask me, in the WhatsApp group or even Skype. Last time we were using Skype. Okay, things like that. All right. So these are the questions that I'm going to back up. Okay, please take note. But along the way, if you still not sure, you can ask me anytime. Anyway, I got a list of questions that I'm going to prepare for the next few months. These are my focus to prepare. But guys, if you think that you already know Korean War very well or you know Stalin already, you want to skip, there's 3 choices. 1, you continue to attend the lessons, just listen for revision. 2 is, I will skip this lesson. I don't want to study anymore. I'm at my fingertip of Stalin. Fine with me. 3rd is that I will just maybe somewhere end of the 1 month before the exam, I start to ask you questions. I'm fine with it. Okay, or maybe along the way, you just want to submit your paper for me to mark. I'm also fine with it. Okay, because I just realized, I paused because I just realized not many students nowadays like to study history. Seriously, not many students. They find history is so laborious and so tedious and so much thing to memorize. But they do not know the beauty of studying history. Okay, so this is what I want to share with you. If there's new student coming in, I may not want to start sharing all these things. So this is since we are beginning of the year, and usually I do that. Okay, but of course halfway through along the way, somewhere in May or June, if I happen to I hear some news from other teachers or other schools or students that I gather a lot of facts and information that certain topics are very high chance of coming out in the exam, that I would definitely focus and do that. My question to all the 5 of you is how, only for the, not all, okay. My question to all the 5 of you is, how am I going to set the exam paper for you to do? Will you be, I mean, seriously, will you be, this one, I'm going to type here. Will you be HISTOR? Okay, what does it mean? Will you be, H stand for, will you be honest? Will you have integrity? Depends, Ishan. The last common topic, are you referring to which one? The end of Cold War? Not necessary. Depends. Last year, they removed it because of COVID-19. Okay, because of the COVID-19, if I know the last topic, all the set for the last topic, even the PSLE as well, I think the habitats all remove it. So it's really, I find it last year, those students who pass and do well, yeah, it's good. But those who don't do well, I think I really sympathize them. Okay. So what was my questions just now? What was my question is here? I'm a Dolly the fish. What was my question? Okay, sorry. Oh, thank you. Okay, so do you have the honesty to do the paper with integrity, and you're sincere enough to have a proper time management? Okay, are you a trustworthy person that Uncle Raymond can give you the paper and then you really sit there, not during online? I'm not going to stay there and just watch you. Are you done? 1 hour later, you know there's a number. 1个小时后, are you done? Another 5 minutes. Benny, are you done? Rui Chen, are you done? No, I'm not going to do that. And then O is, are you very open? That means, are you able to organize your train of thoughts to do this paper? Okay, are you righteous enough? Are you righteous enough that you know all the questions you do without putting your textbook, your notes beside the exam paper? This is, I repeat, this is not an open book exam, all right? And the why is, will you say yes and yell to yourself that positive thinking? I will do this paper with my integrity, sitting in my study room and do this exam, just like as if I'm in the examination hall, and start time, end time. The only thing I can, should I say, fair enough, is to take your handphone, record yourself, not necessarily your face, and then do it. I need to clear this because I've been thinking this for a long time. Because when I'm teaching classroom, I will give the exam paper for them to do, and then I can see their handwriting. Okay, I can see the hand. Okay, the handwriting plays a very important part, especially when you write the words. And please, for goodness sake, I have not seen the file of your handwriting yet. Let me repeat, I'm a very particular, I'm an OCD person. If you type Hitler with a small h, I will be very frustrated. If you type Stalin with a small s, or you type Pearl Harbor with small letter, or certain words that you're supposed to be a proper noun, a capital letter, and you make it lower cap, I cannot accept it. Or even your English is like, no, Hitler is a dictator. You know, it should be Hitler was, for example. And I would, yeah, I got student argue me, this is history, this is not English. Mr. Sean, Uncle Raymond, why are you so particular? Yes, I am that particular. Okay, this paper, history paper, is marked in Cambridge. I repeat, it's marked in Cambridge. So please show your professionalism. Okay, don't do things that let people's finger pointing at you. So what, you get A1s, but your grammatical and things like that is not right. Take note of that. And don't put everything, they tell them not to do this as they were the one attacking the Pearl Harbor, as they will be the one fighting against the enemy. Who is the they? So the whole essay, my students say, are you sure or not? For goodness sake, Uncle Raymond, are you crazy? So every time I have to put the Japanese Zero Fighter, the Japanese soldiers, the Japanese army. Am I supposed to be so specific? Yes, you have to. I repeat myself, you must, you ought to, and you have to be so specific. It's just like you're bringing this exam things or these things into the court case to talk to the judge, or you are the lawyer. You must be very specific. 不可以有一个漏洞. There's no loophole. The moment you loophole, your LOMs, LORMs, the level of marking will drop. Because these are all preparing you for your A-level university. Okay, these are all thinking questions. Okay, take note of that. So I don't repeat anymore. So I'm thinking of maybe after Chinese New Year, we'll see how it goes, that we're going to start a very simple diagnostic test. for all of you. It's not, I cannot be just talking and talking, you know. It's like myself, I do webinar and then I don't need to see face, I just present this. Sorry, apologize to the 5 leaders. You are still under 21, you're still not adult. Even adult learning, I sometimes see people also switch off the camera or even on the camera. They don't care, they eat and they don't do anything, but they hold their own responsibility. They know what they do at the end of the lesson. So, but because this is, some of you are O-level students, I cannot discount you all. I don't think it do justice to do that. So I must take very precaution. This is a 4th lesson already. By the 5th or 6th lesson, I really need to see all of you submit your homework. I know you guys are very busy, but at least I need to know where is your quality, where is your ability and capability. At least now I know where is Ray Chen's level. Who else? Hao Ray and Yi Chen. Okay, so I know Benny, you just joined a few lessons. So I need also from who else? Ryan also. Okay, so thank you. So now I'm going to go through the essay from Ray Chen. Then, okay. So this is last week. The moment I finished my lesson, thank you, Ray Chen. Salute to you, sir. I think about 1 hour later, you just submit to me all these things, okay? Whether the student, whether you cut and paste a copy or when I'm teaching, you start typing all these things, okay? As long to me is as a student, hand in homeworks, okay? You are considered a good student. Not saying that student who don't hand in homeworks are bad student. If you don't, just like you go for practice, you need to do something, okay, to do justice to yourself. So this is the marking scheme. Reason for the winners of Lead of Nation. I think I never go through this, right? Correct me or wrong. So you can see the tick that mark, the main factors that mentions. Those underline means it's the very important key, Rachel, take note. So yes, okay. Yeah, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, you really sell on. You're on the ball. I like that. Okay, yeah, I like that. It's just at the moment I finish this history lesson about after I go and bathe, do my face mask. Okay, what's wrong with my face mask? I need to be beautified myself. Then I'll start to prepare for the next lesson for history. Okay, but thank you so much. I like your attitude. I think this is how we're going to fly, and this is how I fly for my history, other than my math. So when it comes to maths lesson in school, I always, sorry, I know it's a recording. I will, let me copy. Okay, so this is what I do. Okay, thank you so much for this. And let's move on to this one. Yeah, very good. To a small extent, remember, don't put to a certain extent. Okay, either you decide to a small extent, to a large extent, never put to a certain extent. There will be some teacher will tell you, then you put a question mark to what kind of extent are we talking about. Okay, I would suggest that if the question would ask to what extent, then you can say the lead was successful. In fact, to a large extent, is weighs the advantages or disadvantages. Example, okay? So yes, I didn't mean cross. This cross means this paragraph is good. This is a factor here, okay? If I put the wavy curve, no wavy line means that structures of English or the ideas is a bit not clear, okay? I think you guys can go to Google Classroom to read his work passage. I'm not sure how it works, seriously. Okay. Now I'm not going to read this because I want to reserve my voice later to explain other important things. Because today I started my lesson from 3 all the way until my dinner break. So I need to rest my voice. Later I have to join BTS for audition. Okay, let's move on. All right, so okay. This is what he did. Okay, he always like to enhance task, therefore. For future sake, all the 5 of you take note. In your school exam or test, or even your exercise, always remember to underline these 3 magic words. Okay? To emphasize, I'm going to the next level. I'm going to the L1, L2, L3, and finally, maybe it depends on which level we're talking about. So remember to underline that. So the examiner can follow you through step by step. It's just like next time, when you want to bring your son to go cycling, right? You don't straight away give him a racer bike. Okay, son, imagine your son is 8 years old. Son, okay, cycle. Your son will say, Daddy, you must be nuts, man. I don't even know how to cycle. So you have to teach him step one, how to get out to the bike, how to pedal, how to balance himself. And then you prepare him that he will fall down, things like that. And slowly, when he start very stabilized, he start to move. You're also worried that you're going to start to speed and then better still, hey, no hand. The next thing you see the bicycle upside down. Okay, so this is what I meant. You are telling the examiner to follow you through the motions of your essay. If you're not going to do that, okay, if you're going to A level, good luck to you. You're going to do your essay for your GP, for your paper one. It's the same thing. It's called paragraphing. I got student write one essay, only one paragraph and one full stop. So I got to read like that. Once upon a time, there was a two, three little pigs, and the pig was running about it, and the wolf come here, and the wolf comes out, eat the first pig, the second pig died, the third pig, and at the end, no full stop. You might be laughing away. It's true, no? You know what my students say? Well, uncle, my thoughts just came in. I just keep writing, lor, because you tell me time management, I keep writing. No, please. Okay, which factors in your opinion is the most important? I like that. We last week we argue and agree that for me, I think is territorial dispute is the one who caused it. Do you realize I told you? I think I told you last week. Take note now. If you happen to come across these kind of questions, this is not a rocket science or a big brainer things. Why war started from thousands of years until now? It's all fighting for power, right? Power means more territory. It's just like I'm always like to use the 黑社会，我抢地盘。Okay, the more places I have，我比较多一点兄弟，我比较讲多一点钱，我比较多一点武器。It's the same thing. So to me, is territorial dispute and the gain of more territory or will have 5M. Remember the money, material, machine, management, and manpower. Then later we got another 5M, which is motivating the mindset. Then we have a bigger market and able to manipulate the people and maneuver. All these 10M is under the art of war, which is all we know is 孙子兵法. Okay, how Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, also they copycat 孙子兵法. Sun Tzu should actually ask for copyright from the Japanese. No, sumimasen. You copy my art of war, I charge you for copyright. Okay, so there you are. So very, very good. You guys have time spent reading it. I really enjoy reading this seriously. Which incident do you think caused the failure of LNs? Our dear friend choose this careful. But to me, of course, there's a few, but I think the ones I would definitely agree with him is definitely the what you call the corridor between the France and the Germans and fightings. But there are many, but I won't say totally I disagree that this is the answer that is good. But I would prefer this one, the invading around after Germany failed to pay its second installment. That one I feel that is more critical because it's like it's driving Germany to one corner and forcing him that either you do or die. Okay, so that's what I feel. Which events or incident do you think was the success of League of Nations? Frankly speaking, they did a lot, but I don't really think any big significance event that make it very successful. Can I use the word in Chinese? 这些都是小 case, 芝麻绿豆的 case. It's a small case. It's not a big deal case in my opinion. Though they use the negotiation and what mentioned by Rachel, but I sincerely feel that not really that much significance of success. But yes, they help some illegal immigrants or drugs and things like that. But that later on also balloon out into another big issues and things like that and force people to do illegal things and start to think of another very evil way, which Hitler did. So, yep. Okay, so this is the answer for Ray Chen. This is Yi Chen one. Okay, the circle means correct. Success. I like the way you do like this. Success and failure. Short, sweet, and sharp. 3S. Okay, simple and easy. Yeah, you can do this. It's fine. Okay. I always tell when I was working in a MSA company, I always tell my staff, I don't care how you do it. You know, you want to work 4 hours, go to the toilet and sleep in the toilet, or go for a toilet break, or go for smoking break. As long as 4:30, you have to complete all your tasks. And by 4:45, I report to my customer. By 5 o'clock, I report to big boss. 我们就可以回家了。就是这样。My style is like that. Okay, that's the end. Either in the army, the same thing. Okay, I will tell my fellow army, I don't care how you get your enemy, as long as the enemy die. Okay, this is how it works. So thank you. This is Yi Chen, right? Yes. So you see, you are learning, and as long as you're writing like this, you are learning. If you don't write, you can't learn anything. I'm so sorry. You see, I'm very particular. You see, even you are typing with a small n, no, right? Okay, I also have to tell you, hey, hello, excuse me, capital letter, please. Okay, I'm that particular. Unless I really so tired, I miss out, then yes, I'm so particular. Recently, I give a set 1 test on the editing. So there's a few capital letter, they forgot to put it in. Okay, so I told them, so sorry, you must be eye for detail. You are leader, okay? Thank you, Yi Chen. Okay, now I want all of you to take out your pen and paper, all right, to do this little test here. Okay, now, of course, you can type in your chat group, or I will go one by, I'll give you 5 minutes, okay? Now, very simple. Let's do with number 1, guys. I hope you all are listening. Number 1, we are talking about inference skill, right? So I want you to tell me, if this is a question about inference skill, what must you do? Okay, please write down. So what must you do? What is the method that you use? I believe your school, your teacher will give you some methods. Like my goddaughter, they use YO. Yo. I got my own method, okay? I cannot see the chat group. What happened? How come I cannot see the chat group? Oh. I can't see the chat group. Okay, please spend 5 minutes. If you're done with number 1, please proceed to number 2, proceed to number 3, proceed to number 4. And hope all of you can share your methodologies of how you tackle questions for inference. Benny, are these the same as what you're doing in your school? Thumbs up if it's the same. If not, you can talk to me. Same, right? Hey, Benny. 我偷偷跟你讲哦。I talk to you softly. Don't tell the other 4 students. Shh, don't tell the other 4. What you learn, don't share with the rest. Don't tell Ray Chen, Yi Chen, Ryan, and Hao Ray. Shh. Okay, don't share with them. Oh, goodness. Actually, they can hear us, right? What I mean is don't share in your school, right? Whatever you have learned, I'm so sorry. We need to be a bit selfish here. Okay? Seriously.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Good. Until you master the skill, it's just like 现在你在学武功啊，等到你可以出来开武馆，学收徒弟，然后你就，你是姓什么啊？ What is your surname in Chinese, Benny? What is your surname in Chinese? Yes.
Doesn't sound right. So no.
华文你的姓，我的 surname 是宋，那你是姓什么？
It sounds way too wrong in English, so I'm not telling you. I can write in the chat though.
Oh, okay. As a surname, your surname, 你的姓。
I know. I'm just going to write in the chat and don't tell anyone because.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. It's okay. Then don't worry. 我是要讲什么Benny 师傅，It's okay. 我是讲 Benny 是好像宋师傅，好像叶师傅，叶问嘛，叶师傅红钱就是黄飞鸿嘛，黄师傅啊。I can't see the chat now. I don't know what happened to my stupid computer. I can't even read my chat. So sorry. Maybe later, okay? Okay, so once you've done the inference skills, move on to inference with purpose, comparison skill, reliability skill, and usefulness skills. Okay, let's move on. I am going to give 2 minutes, then I'll move on. Wow, sorry Benny, 我不会 pronounce 你的姓 but 这是应该是繁体字，少有，就像我的姓跟你一样，百家姓。Oh, good. Thank you, Yichan. I haven't learned the things from 4 onwards. Understand? For those set 3, oh, why don't tell us? No, I'm just pulling your leg, Ryan. I just pretend because we are on speaker, so I just pretend. Okay. Oh, but I like that. Oh, all the answer coming. Thank you. Okay. For Yichan is in inference evidence explain, and yes, oh, you use IEE for inference. Okay. My goddaughter is using YO. Is it your point, your inference, and then your O stand for what is the Y? O stand for what? I can't remember. Well, one example, your inference with one example, and then another your inference with one example. It's called yo-yo. So your is IEE, and the purple is called STEMIC. For her, it's using Sailor. Okay, things like that. So there's okay. I haven't learned from. Okay, don't worry, Harry. I will go through. For each is speaker, target audience. Oh, IE also. A lot of using these iPad, iPad, impact and context. What else is this? Comparison skill. Yeah, for comparison skill, what do we have here? Inferer provides evidence and elaborate with contextual knowledge. Yes. Oh, take notes. For history, you definitely, when I say CK means contextual knowledge, take note of this, very important. Thank you very much, Rachel. Yes. Statement, explain, elaborate using contextual knowledge. Yes. So sometimes if it happens that you know Hitler is a dictator, is a bad guy, okay, is a villain, you can use your CK if really out of point, and very important, bear in mind, the background information for source-based questions, the background information, I will teach you next round. The background information you must read, and because that background information is used for all the 5 to 6 sources for your SBQ. Okay, thank you, Ishan. Matching statements, IE of both, purpose of both sources, reliability, cross-reference comparison, yes. Purpose, yes, okay. First is impact on audience, yes, that is yes. Okay, you use impact, I use another one. Second is impact on speaker. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on to my way of doing, okay? Okay, thank you, Rachel. Author, historical context, yes. Intention. This is for what question? Explain with evidence. Outcome, yes. Finally, see, I saw a word called outcome, yes. Okay, let's start mine. Anyway, if you want this slides, I will put in the Google Classroom. Purpose skill, yes, correct. Hey, Rayton, yours is quite similar to mine, no? Okay, ready? I will use this. It's called, later I just move this out first. Okay, thank you, Rayton, very much. For the set 3 student, it's good that now you are advanced in front of all your classmates, because this is what I do. Every time there is an inference question, take note. I always, whatever questions come into mind, 5 of you take note. So then how? So every time inference, I always have this I like to use model. So this is an inference. I always have 2 inference to support your evidence. Okay, so it's called FIE. Okay, later I explain to you what is my FIE stand for. Okay, so this is 2 evidence. Take note now, this kind of question is usually what, okay, think. What do you think? Can you tell me what is the message? What it suggests? Okay, so this is a 5 marks questions for inference skill only. Now, Ray Chen and I have the same common understanding that is called, I will call it CMAO, with purpose. Usually write down, for purpose question is always ask you why. Okay, they will ask you why. So here you are. Okay, quite similar to Ray Chen's. Okay, for me is context. Yes, same. So your teachers and my way of teachings are quite similar. We need the context. So why do you think this source says this? Then the message, which is the what is the message you're going to pass to the person and the audience? And of course, yes, what is the outcome? Okay, using forceful verbs like warn, condemn, defense, protect, attack, and more. Then how do you end your argument? And what is, okay, always end with a convincing outcome, conclusions. Why do you think that why do you think Hitler is, can I use, look at for a picture, say imagine Hitler is standing, I will use Stalin first lah, okay, because for the Sec3 students, I'm not sure you have covered Stalin yet. Imagine that Stalin is standing in front of a pyramid of skull, 骨头啊，那个骷髅头, okay. Then why do you think this author from another third party, maybe from a British cartoonist, draw this cartoon? Why do you think? So is to say, is to condemn Stalin is a bad dictator. But in your contextual knowledge, is it true or not? Is it true that Stalin is a bad guy? Yes and no, right? Okay, if for the Sec4 student, you should know. Yes, because he killed a lot of kulaks, the rich farmers. No, because it makes USSR, not Russia, USSR stand for Union Soviet Socialist Russia, to be a very good industrial country. Okay. Next one, comparison. Please take note, guys. Like what I was teaching just now, my goddaughter was saying that usually question like this will have one similar and one differences. I would say 99% she is and I'm correct. If I'm not mistaken, there is 1 year, take note guys, listen carefully. When I say serious, listen. There's 1 year, there's this question came up, they only talk about difference. You need not have to talk similarity. Very funny, right? Usually comparison, we talk about one paragraph similar, one paragraph difference. Then later on the third paragraph, you talk about the purpose and the tone. But there's this question only asks for only difference. Very rare, maybe once in the blue moon, okay? And you must know, if you ask you only for differences and the marks is only 5 marks, then please, you should know already. That means you only differences. But if it's 6, 7, 8 marks, that means you have to add more details to it. Okay, this is what I meant here, you see? One difference. Okay, that's why I draw this circle here and with all the shapes here. Okay, the content, where the inside, you realize the tone and the purpose. I got, okay, take note when I say serious again. Mr. Shang, Uncle Raymond. How do I know after writing similar and differences, I need to add in tone and purposes? I repeat, serious. Is it a must? Can anyone just type in, is it a must? Yes or no? After writing one paragraph similar and one paragraph differences, is it a must that I need to say both source D and C is different in purpose? Because the source C's purpose is this, the source E purpose is this. Both source A and B, the tones are similar because both sources are mocking the government. No, okay, yes. To be honest, by right, if he's asking for 7 to 8 marks and you know that there is a differentiation between two sources. For example, by right, you're supposed to complete everything, okay? No, if you have no time, because it's very funny, don't ask me why. You just write the purpose and tone is just 1 mark. Then might as well you spend the time, my students say, might as well I spend the time going and complete those questions I have not completed. Yes, it's true. So that is why I'm telling you, doing history paper is not easy. You really have to sit down to manage your time, how you divide your time, okay? Because Chinese New Year is coming, I don't want to stress you out. Maybe in the next few lessons, I will tell you which questions require certain times. Anyway, you guys are not guinea pigs. I just started these experiments 1 or 2 years ago and to test on my students. Okay, the result so far, because it's just a brand new test out, the result is only 50% that they like it. The other 50%, maybe they still can't get used to it. So next one, I'll tell you, explain to you how you allocate your time to do the questions and how you need to know 知己知彼,百战百胜. You need to know your strength, how to attack the questions. It's very important. It's no point you can have a strong contextual knowledge. When you see the question, you freak out, okay? So take note of that. So yes and no, it is better to have spent some time with purpose and tone. Take for example, two apple. One is a red apple, one is a green apple. Obviously, the similarity is both are apple, both are fruits, right? And the difference is both different colors, right? And most of the time, correct me if I'm wrong, the green apple will be usually sour. True enough. Usually the green apple is sour. I don't like green apple, to be honest. I prefer red apple. So what is the purpose that the tester or maybe the commercial want to show that green apple is better than the red apple? Is it more vitamins? Is it more healthier? Or is it much cheaper? Or is it more nutritious? So there is a reason for that. So from looking at it, you already know, oh, last time my mommy, daddy told me that green apple is good for diabetes patients because red apple got more sugars. Example, so I think the purpose of the advertisement is to tell that eating green apples, the purpose is good. And what's the tone when you tell, wow, it's very warm, so nice, so great. So the tone tell is he's very happy. Initially, he ate the red apple. He doesn't have this kind of very happy tones, but after eating the green apple, he feel jubilant, you feel good about it. So something like that. Okay, so take note of this. So yes, I will agree. Most of you say yes. If you have time, because that 1 marks play a very important to differentiate between an A1 and a B3 student. If you can write both similar and differences without the PT, which is purpose and tone, and most of the time you can complete all the way from level 3 onwards to level 4, you are there for at least a B3 based on my experience. But of course, that's for your social study or history, depends. If this is history, fair enough. But those students who are taking social study and history together, bonus, jackpot, because both share the same thing. Geography don't share this, okay? I hope you all understand. Thank you for your participation. Really appreciate it. Now let's move on to reliability. Serious, huh? Sorry, those Sec3 students, Ryan and who are? And Yichen, right? Oh, no, not Yichen. Or how rare is it? You can sit back and relax, but anyway, I think in July or August, you may cover this. Okay, reliability is very important. You need to have the CCC effect, which is, let me explain. So is this question reliable? So for example, if someone were to tell you, Benny, because I only can see you, Benny. So someone tell you, let's say my wife tell you, Benny, Uncle Raymond is a bad guy. Then the other student say, Ray Chen told you, Uncle Raymond is a gay. Example of bad guy. Okay. Then my elder son say, my father is a naughty boy. Okay, or bad guy. Then later, a police officer see you say, I think Uncle Raymond is not really bad. Okay, at times he's bad. So which one is more reliable? Or maybe my mom also say, Aya, this Raymond, when he was young, very naughty. So who is reliable? So I'm using the real example. So when you're looking at the sources for Hitler, for example, or the Treaty of Versailles, for example, who tell you, okay, for SBQ, you're very hard to find so far. Based on my experience, I don't see any SBQ on TOV or LN, not many. Okay, let's talk about Stalin first, okay, because next topics will be the Stalin for the Sec3 student. So let's talk about Stalin. So you know Stalin is from Russia. So do you think that Stalin was a good leader? There are 6 sources. So which source do you tell you? Do you think the source is reliable? There you are. Thanks to Ray Chen, contextual knowledge, CK is very important. So guys, your textbook is not very thick, please. My history textbook is already so thick already. Okay, when I study my modern history of China, okay, so thick already. I could memorize all the dates and Sun Zhongshan to Kuomintang to Mao Zedong. Sorry, that's the guy I'm not really liking. Sorry. So, or to all this. So your textbook is very thin. So continue to read through like bedtime story, because there are some informations are very critical inside. Okay. So how do we know? So take note, guys, for the Sec4 student. I cannot take it when I mark paper. I told my student 1,001 times, please, when you do reliability, listen carefully. I hope the 3 of you did that for last year and hopefully this year. When we have doing reliability, I repeat, serious, please talk about reliable and not reliable. You see here, right? You see here, yes, reliable support, no reliable support. Please, you don't write one paragraph. It's so frustrating as an examiner because I ever marked paper before. It's so frustrating when in the class I keep emphasizing until I go to the class and really not throw paper. I go to the student. I don't like to shame my student in front of a class. Sorry. So, hey, why you don't write this? So I was saying, I don't know what to write, leh, Mr. Sean. I got no time, leh. Oh, some better still. Must write one, must write reliable and not reliable. I say, oh my goodness, I really feel like jumping down from the third floor. Okay, so please take note. You have to. Okay, you have to take note on this. You must write reliable and not reliable. And then later we'll talk about the provenance, who say that. So out of the five, I always like to say this, for example, I use my example. My wife say I'm a gay. My elder son say I'm a gay. My ex-student Benny say I'm a gay. Okay, my parents say I'm a gay. Then the ICA say I'm a gay. Then the Straits Times say that Uncle Raymond wearing the ballerina, okay, say that I'm a gay. So which is more reliable? Okay, and which source are more useful? I'm using me as an example. Which is more useful? Is it my wife? Please, let's make a vote. No, this is not joke. No, this is serious. Because I want, okay, I use this as an example. It's not to, I don't mind make fun of myself. But I want you to tell you what is the purpose. A is my wife, B is my son, C is Benny, D is from ICA. You know what is ICA, right? The immigration officer, the passport one, and D is from Straits Times. Okay, which one is more reliable? ICA. Yi-Chen.
Your son.
Sorry?
I think it's your son.
Oh,
I
my
think
son is more reliable. Say I'm a gay. Okay. Nothing wrong. Then is where you get cross-referencing. Okay. Who else? Okay, I think it's ICA. Okay.
can
How
I
about,
say? Never mind.
never mind, it's okay. Don't say never mind, it's okay. No answer is stupid answer. I don't like people to talk halfway, then never mind, it's okay. I don't like people to laugh at each.
Say the reason for why I choose the son, because it's like your wife might be influenced by your relationship with other people, so it might not be accurate. And then other people are like not that close to you, so it's not good either. So I think, and then so I think your son is like he has no reason to make up anything.
因为我等一下走掉，我不要把我的 property 给他吗？你都讲了，我太太也跟别人有一腿吗？可能我私生子，可能我儿子知道我有一个 stepson，他不爽了吗？That's a good argument, man, Benny. In fact, yes, parents， 可能我妈妈不爽我吗？因为我把她放在老人院呢，不一定对吗 ？You see, well, okay, there's a good analysis here, gentlemen. Very good. I think whoever choose ICA is confirmed 100% accurate, because ICA will have to determine my gender, whether it's I'm male or female or LGBT. Seriously, this is nothing a laughing matter, guys. Okay, it's very serious. Okay, you can imagine if a girl not like a girl go to a male toilet, or a girl not like a girl go to a female toilet. And then when we prove with identity, as I told you, right, I'm also a so-called volunteer policeman. Okay, I also know must abide by the law. So imagine one day I'm patrolling, someone comes and to me, police, there's one man inside the female toilet. Then later I check, maybe he's really the IC say that I'm a female. My IC say, so IC approve. 对吗？我不可以做错人吗？ So the reliability and usefulness is using in really daily life. I'm telling you the truth. It's just like recently vaccine. People say the vaccine no good, got cause, effect, or all these things. How true is this? And now people start calling, 这里是 DBS 打来的，你这样欠钱。我说你去死吧，欠钱。Oh, you know whether, sorry to use the words, I really cannot take it, those scammers and say, this is DBS callings. Yeah. They say, yeah. 7月我会给你1万块，你懂为什么是7月吗？阎罗王的子了。Okay. So guys, take note of that. The reliability and usefulness is a very high ability questionings. So Reliability and usefulness. Usefulness, look here. Huh? So wait, I haven't finished this. So you must CAP. Now, cross-referencing provenance is the person, who the person said it. Like what I say, my wife, my elder son, my parents, the ICA, the police, or the Straits Times. Okay, this is called the claim. I will use another SBQ to tell you. It's called the plus, the minus, and the neutral. I'm not the Ultraman. Okay, Ultraman is like that, right? Okay, this is a plus. I'm not the cross Dracula. Like for example, plus means it's positive. Excuse me. Minus means negative. If I put this way, means neutral. Yeah, your teacher never teach you this, right? Sometimes you look through. It's just like now you're a lawyer. You want to collect evidence whether the person's the witness 他们讲的供词 the statements, is it true or not? This is where just now you all argue, right? I thanks to Benny, you say, maybe your wife find that you got this person, there was a motive, your son got nothing also. There's no hidden agenda. Well done. There's no ultimate motive. Okay, what is the thing is that when I say to my daddy, I don't gain anything out of it. So I'm very genuine. Well done, Benny. Okay, I forgot to tell you this. So you see, so okay, let's move on. This is where usefulness. Now take note now. Reliable and not reliable is one thing, but when they ask you, are all this source useful or not? In fact, source A to source E, talking about Uncle Raymond is a gay, all the sources are useful, but they have a limitations. Ladies, gentlemen here, that means there are a limited boundary or limitations of reliability. Okay, minus away the ICA, which is the most reliable. Okay, let's do a survey again. Which one has the most limited reliability? That means 不大可靠的. Okay, minus the ICA. So my wife, my son, ex-student Benny, and the Straits Times newspaper. Okay, 4 of them. Which one has a limited reliability? You see, if this is like similar, like a real day-to-day case, we are talking about history, which is facts. And if you guys cannot identify the usefulness of the source, excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry. I mean, you've got problem, no? How are you going to go for A-level and university to identify the prototype of the projects? And how are you going to face in front of your prof and your lecturer to make your arguments and to convince people to concentrate, to have a creative ideas? Okay, so quick. Okay, so Ray Chen say parents and Straits Times has a limited liability. Okay, anyone else? Thank you. How about Benny? Minus away the ICA, which are the 4 that give you the most limited reliability? That means 你的相信只能一半而已. Oh, so no, Straits Times only limited lah. But don't forget, if you are doing social study, Straits Times is a national newspaper. Can they anyhow bullshit, or can it? Why is it so? Okay, so yes, Yi-Chen, thank you. Maybe the parent and son has limited. I think, okay, I got my answer. Finally, you choose the W.
The Straits Times, I think it's accurate in most cases.
Yes.
But then when it has to do with the PAP, then it's probably bullshit. Like last time, the ponding thingy.
Cannot. I agree with you. I agree.
And then ponding and then something else.
Yeah. Sometimes the Straits Times, yeah. 好像晚报跟早报啊。早报 is more professional. 晚报 usually 是那种八卦新闻。Okay, if I'm not mistaken. So you have to take the news as a pinch of salt, not the reliability is there. Okay 啦 maybe 是娱乐节目 OK 好像那种香港明星
Yeah, my mom always tell me the 晚报 is gossip. It's just gossip.
It's true. But to learn, I learned my Chinese also from there because 我喜欢八卦新闻嘛。这样我读了就比较 passionate. 这个艺人跟这个好像 football 这样咯。I like football. Okay, so things sometimes I read that. Sorry, Benny. Anything else? No.
Nothing else.
Okay, thanks. Okay, can have different perspective. Thank you, Rayton. How the Straits Times news teams see it can be different from how others see. Yes, exactly. This is where, is there a hidden agenda? Is that the Straits Times, is it he want to defame me, or is it because it is true that when you put there Raymond wearing a ballerina tutu, you know, dancing like a ballerina, it's nothing wrong. What you just say Raymond wearing a ballerina, you know, 芭蕾舞啊。Can you imagine Uncle Raymond 穿那个芭蕾舞在街上这样跳芭蕾舞 ？Okay, nothing wrong, right? Maybe I'm doing a charity show for cancer children， 对不对 ？Yes， 你不可以就是你要打破砂锅问到底。I think you heard this before, right? You must go deeper. It's a vertical learning and horizontal learning. Your horizontal learning is this level here, you understand, good. But you need vertical, you need the higher thinking up and the deeper thinking. If not, how can a lawyer or a judge 判一个人死刑 to make a person to go to gallows and hang is a very serious crime. I'm sorry, not crime, very serious case, okay? Because I like to study law, I'm telling you. It's just like as a discipline teacher, if I were to send my student to go for caning, you know, it's so serious. I'm not sure your school got caning. Okay, my ex-school got caning. And I really witnessed being caned. Not I cane, and I don't like to cane people. I have to help someone to hold and cane the students. Okay, that was many years ago. Can we do this? Like there's a saying, spare the rod, spoil the child. Is it after caning that student, did he turn over a new leaf? It's the same thing. Is it by the limitations of caning, does it help to improve the student's ability to learn better, or 变本加厉 make the situation worse? Okay, you came in means I'm a useless student, so I'm going to play truant, I'm going to join gangsterism, I take smoking, I make tattoo my body. So things like that. Not just caning alone. Then we have to further go in to counsel him. What happened to him? Why he do this? Is it because he came from a broken family, or because recently one of his parents kicked the bucket, passed away? That's why he makes with the wrong company. So the usefulness and reliability comes in because he make your judgment to think deeper, higher, and the order of thinking is different. This is where, so what, guys, all of you will know 2 times 2 is 4. That's not a rocket science. I believe Set 4 students, you do A maths, dy, dx, cosine, tangents. I only know dy, dx, that's all. My maths got F9, A maths. But at least I know what it is. But do you really use dy, dx to go to buy a wanton mian? 还是 prata? Hello, sir. You know, dy, dx, prata, you must give me an egg. The fellow will say, prata, kosong, or no egg. Okay? Seriously. You don't go and do cosine, tangent, and sine and say, okay, this wanton mian, you must put the cosine over the tangents. Then the chemistry of the H2O, you must have no acid. The wanton mian until you say, 你要辣还是不要辣? Why are we learning all these things? There is always a profound level to make you think better so that you can rule the country, rule the company, make your house as a head of leader to be understanding. Look at other countries in other world. Why are they so chaotic? Why can't they manage their country properly? Because of corruptions, because of chaos, because of calamity, because of confusion. 全部都是 C， 就怪不得死掉。Okay, so limitations, I agree. All the answer is limitations, but the worst of all the answer will be my wife. Okay, so that's for what I take. Okay, like why I agree, Benny. You really, my son is maybe he still like me. My wife maybe, I'm just kidding. This is record. My wife maybe got a boyfriend already, so he purposely 嫁罪在我身边, so the attention will shift to me. So people will focus the attention that Raymond is a bad guy, not her. So when you go to court case, maybe she will get more maintenance and things like that. Get what I mean? Sounds like a law case, right? So you watch those Hong Kong movie and China movie or US movie. There's always a scheme, a sly scheme, a plot to do it. That's where Hitler is very smart to use different plots to set out difference, like the Reichstag fire, right? Remember, Night of the Broken Glass, right? Stalin's set out the Trotsky, remember? Stalin was carrying the coffin and asked Trotsky to go next day. Lucky last time got no WhatsApp. Imagine got WhatsApp, I think Stalin will not be leader already. Okay, so these are all the reasons. Thank you so much, Rachel. I agree with you. So this is called, remember, all sources are useful to you. You cannot have, look at here, okay, biasness, typicality. Is it because it was said by a Straits Times, or is it because it was said by my wife? That doesn't mean the rest agree that she say Uncle Raymond is a gay, I'm a gay. where is the origin of the source? If there's a survivor of the Holocaust, or Jewish Holocaust, say that Hitler is a very good guy, then you will think twice, excuse me, are you sure or not? Based on my contextual knowledge and my general knowledge, Hitler is never a good guy. But what is the purpose of this guy saying that Hitler is a good guy? If you watch the movie called Schindler's List, it's a true story. Okay, at the end of the movie is, I'm so sorry, I'm not sure whether y'all can watch that. That Schindler's List is really to show this German guy who really saved all the Jews to work in his factory. Okay, and he very smart. He know how to do business networking, reliability, and usefulness. He will go every German camp with all the big general officers to take photo. So every time when the soldiers roadblock him, he will show the photo. I took picture with this colonel. What do you think I am? Do you think I can happily take any picture with general? So you see reliability, and it's very useful, and it saved thousands of Jews. At the end of World War II, okay, when he died, a lot of Jews went to the cemetery to pay tribute to him. Okay. Now this one, the last ones that Sec3 students take notes. You may not be doing this for a time being, but next year during your O level, they will have this called insertions of all sources. Okay, there might be 5 sources or 6 sources, depend. Okay, so there might be 6 sources. So you have to insert all the sources. Okay, how we're going to work? For example, do you agree that Hitler is a bad dictator, a bad leader? So out of the 6 sources, okay, same thing. I just now asked my goddaughter, and I want a voting here. Number 1, choose A or B only. A, you must write all the sources and put it inside. That means insertion, right? Okay, Sec3, you can participate. It's good for you. Or B, where got time? You crazy, uncle? A to 6 sources. So I want A, B, and E agree. D, E, and C disagree. Are you saying that, Uncle Raymond? I have to list out all the sources. So A is to list out all the sources. B is to select maybe 3 to 4 sources enough. Let's go. I'll drink some water. This is important for the Sec4 student. Is it A, all sources must be inserted? Or is it B, you need to select 3 to 4 sources? Please answer my question, please. Thank you.
I think like in an essay, probably 3 or more sources is like more practical. Like there are way too many sources in like whole of like Singapore or like whole of the world or something.
Oh, no,
So
this one is for assertion for the 6 sources.
source lah. Just select some different opinions and then try to take the average.
Okay, I got you. Okay, let's wait and see what the rest answer. Each
Like
means select all. Okay. So there's only one person. How about Ryan's? Benny, maybe you can type it in A or B. A is all sources, B is selective. How Ray and Yi Chen is done already. Ray Chen, 1 paragraph for yes and another for no. So 2 paragraphs. Okay, Benny choose B. Ray Chen choose A. Okay. Thank you. How about Ryan? A. Okay, no need question mark. It's okay. Must be confidence. Don't worry. Yi Chen 还没有什么? Yi Chen, you answer already now. Yi Chen, oh, okay. Thank you so much. All of you answer already. 1, 2, I think A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all 5. Thank you so much. Okay, to answer your question, yes, you're supposed to answer A or. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you for your yes, you are also right, Benny. You are absolutely right. Nothing wrong. I checked already last year. I got student arguing, hey, Uncle Raymond, you told me to select all. My teacher say, that's what Benny say, select those you think is good and then enough already. Maybe I'll choose 2 yes and 2 no, can. And I cross-check with my ex-colleagues and friends that's teaching and say, it's best, okay, it's best, if the student have enough time, you'll be good to select all sources. Seriously. Reason that I ask why. For me is I'm a very kiasu teacher. And I believe is since I like to write, I will write law, write everything. Time management to me is not an issue. Of course, fair enough. So some of the feedback saying that what if you choose the 2 yes and 2 no and happen to be sway, so unlucky that the source that you choose is wrong. 你懂我意思吗, Benny? So why not you put every source in? At least maybe touch wood that one or two sources wrong, you still got the chance that the other sources are correct. 明白我意思吗? So this is 买个保险 just to play safe. It's nothing wrong. I agree with all the point of view you answer. Nothing wrong. Unless you're so confident that my teacher say 4 sources enough to get 10 marks or 8 marks. Then I'm happy with it. Then beat it. It's okay. So you say crazy, you ask me 6 sources, all the 6 sources correct, also 8 marks. 4 sources, also 8 marks. Then myself, I spend that 5 more minutes to do other things. Maybe I like to do SBQ first. I spend my time in SBQ. So now I got extra 5 minutes. Because I'm not very good in my SEQ, I need to transfer these 5 minutes to my SEQ. Or maybe I realize my SEQ, the question I spot is very good. I'm going to buffer it and write SEQ much more better. Don't forget, SEQ is 20 marks, SPQ is 30 marks. So this is where your strategy you play. If you all play football, you know it's a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3 or 4-1-3. Okay, as a football coach, I always like to play 3-5-2. Okay, something like that. So there you are. Thank you very much for your answer. Yes, it's assertion question like evaluation question. Yes, you are absolutely right. Same. It's like, I think Benny, you do social study now? You do social study? Yes, that means you're talking about the citizenship rights and diversity, right? Right? Okay, so same thing in SS, they also have these all sources, right? Evaluating all the sources, right? Same thing. So whoever is taking SS and history, bingo. Okay, you no need to 烦了. So the format, the idea, the methodologies, the formula are similar. Now you get it? So you're actually you're actually practicing both paper on time management. Of course, the content is different now. Social study is very fluid. You change, like diversity, you change. Okay, if you all guys are interested, yes. Okay, I also teach social study on that. It's different things, but it's similar to that, guys. So you can adopt this concept in your SS. But SS is a bit different. SS is structure response questions. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can anyone type, if you agree, type inside yes. So SS is SRQ. History is SEQ. Now history, you can use DEERL to do history. Whereas social study, SRQ, you cannot do that. I'm using another method called TAXI, taxi. Taxi means that's a time, audience, explain, and the issue. Issue 1, issue 2, issue 3. Then you use the DEAR to do because you got extract 1, extract 2, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So extract 1 and 2, then yeah, it's assertion question like evaluation. Yes, it is, yes. So this is where this as extract 1 and 2, you have to evaluate the 7 mark and the 8 marks. Okay, one of my Hua Chong boy do SS is a bit different. It's also similar to this extract 1 and 2, but instead of 7 and 8 marks, his is 13 marks, more higher order. Okay, the SS for the Hua Chong boy is similar to your Express SS, a bit, the marking scheme is a bit different. And one of my RVIP students, their SS, they don't do SRQ. They will ask you, do you agree that new water is sustainability to Singapore? Please write in 500 words. Seriously, 500 words. You're kidding me. My this Stanley girls was writing about Holocaust is one of the worst war effect in German's war, something like that. Okay, she has to do a storyboard with another 800 words. She was struggling from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Yes, seriously. And I was helping her until 1 a.m. And at about 8:30, she has to present this to her teachers for grading. After grading, they have to submit the 800 words. Guess what? She's now in last year in Eunora JC. You know it's Eunora JC, right? Very near to your RI, right? You know Eunora JC, the one in Siming, Penny? The EUNIA, Eunora JC. Okay? So yes, to answer your question, yes. So why is it important? Because all sources is important. Imagine 5 of you next time you are looking for houses, okay, to stay near your parents. And you have to take notes of your son's or your daughter's school. So you have to look through all factors. Reason number 1, staying near your mother's house, is it near your working place or your children's house? Or number 3, is it convenience to put your children after school with your parents because you don't trust the helper? Or reason that you stay near your parents because you got free meal after work, you go there and no need to cook, no need to tapao. After makan ready, you can go home. Or the last reason, because you want to stay near your parents because you want to be filial piety. In Chinese, we call 孝顺. So these are all the factors. So which factors you weigh is more important to stay near to your parents? Then you have to argue or debate with your wife. Get it now? It's similar to assertions. Of course, you can say no need what. All the reasons are valid. Okay, no? Maybe I choose 2 most important. Which one? You free 的饭吃，然后可以看爸爸妈妈。So 12鸟，你可以孝顺，耶！我不要买东西吃了。Okay, that is your reason. Nothing wrong. So understand, I'm just giving an example. I always like to use real life and the academic. So that makes sense why you need assertion. Everything we study must use it if possible in practicality. So history is something like that. Okay, just like if you're a lawyer, a court case, the judge will say, Mr. Benny lawyer, please present your case. You got to present 物证、人证、什么证 all come in. All the 6 evidence you have. At the end of the day, which evidence has the most powerful that makes sure your client is guilty proven until innocent? Get it? So now you understand why? So I agree with some of you. Maybe you say few. It's okay. If you are so confident that you can choose that few, to play safe, don't choose 3. At least 4 to 5. Seriously, to play safe. If you really have no time to insert all, then don't insert all. Okay? So this is the end of presentation for the slides. So I just want to show you this one here. Where is my slide? Yes, this is one here. Okay, here. Okay, guys, take note. This is the one for SBQ. Okay, this is the one. You see a lot of wording. Just now what I mentioned, inference, I will use FIEE. As what I think Ray Chen and was it Hao Ray or Yi Chen, you use IEE, right? I use FIEE. Why I have a focus? You need to focus. Next few lessons, I will tell you to focus. You don't everything also infer. So get example again. You and your wife want to buy a condominium. All condominium you like what? But you definitely want to focus a condominium that is might be near to your parents' house, near to your son's 1 kilometer to your son's house, near to MRT, near to the market and shopping mall. Okay, and then your wife say, how come you don't choose the condo A away? It's cheaper. But I say, dear, condo B is more expensive by 20,000, but because we near the facilities, so it's called focusing. Get it? So then how? Every questions you must use so then how. So what is the purpose? Now why? Always remember I use CMAL. Okay, that is for inference with purpose. You see? Then comparison, we talk about similarity, differences, purpose, tone, content, and provenance. What? Okay, that's why I say common criteria. I'm not sure the 5 of you, your teacher talk about this, not common criteria. Take note of that. Okay, but this one I can put in the web in the Google Classroom. Okay, common criteria means what do they have common so that they can have the same understanding to present a case. Okay, so how different? So usually it's 7 marks or 8 marks. So both sources D and E are different in terms of what? In terms of both of them are anti-governments. So we are talking about Hitler, okay, for example. So we use Hitler example as an example. Both sources D and E are different in terms of saying that Hitler is a good orator leader. You know what's orator, right? That means he can speak very well. So one of them is the beer bar. The other one is using propaganda during his speech, things like that. So this is very important. Okay, this can be supported. Please write down somewhere. I'm not sure your teacher tell you this. I was told by a very senior teacher that it's good to use this can be supported by. So 法官大人，我的当事人没有罪，是因为在这个证据可以告诉我他不在场。Your Honor, my client is not there because with the alibis, the evidence stated that clearly BIU, bold, italic, and underlined that he was having a whale of a time in the bar with two pretty girls. How can he went to Changi to kill the guy when he's in Jurong having a bar with two pretty girls? Wow, how I wish to be that. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to here. Reliability claim. Sorry, sometimes my jokes might be very lame. But I just want to bring a message across to you all. The reliability claims and caps. So critical analysis, assessment of provenance. So you must tell me, so Auntie Christine, that's my wife, is it positive, negative, or neutral? So definitely ICA will be neutral, 对吗? He doesn't have anything to say against me, correct now? ICA say, I'm not a gay, I'm a man. So that is neutral, so it's positive. But Auntie Christine might be negative, my son might be negative, Uncle ex-student Benny might be also negative because he thinks that I'm more handsome than him. Just kidding, okay? So this is example. Then what about the Strait Times? The Strait Time might be also neutral, but remember the limited reliability, okay? So usefulness, state how sources is useful, limitation in content, the gap. So must write reliability, check reliability, and link most important, explain the link between reliability and usefulness. It is useful, therefore it is reliable. And it's not reliable, therefore it is not useful. Don't worry, guys. Maybe somewhere in March, I will show you individual slide. No, sorry, not individual. Individual PowerPoints about inference with purpose, comparison skills, and things like that in a more walk-in detail, all right? So, but this is give you a head start in case you're having a test soon, okay? And then what is the purpose? What is the purpose of the source? Is it to mock, to encourage, to be sarcastic, to show the world audience? Okay, who is the target audience? As what Rachel was mentioning that, okay? Healthcare, aging, globalization, the tone, positive, negative, bias, unbiased. So take note of all these words here, okay? Once you memorize the purpose, all these words here, you're there. Move on. So this is the one I'm talking about. This is my own slide, you see. The provenance is very important for the source, the one in the blue. So a source can be all these things. So whatever I say just now in the previous slide is just a summary of this. So maybe I just cool down myself in 1 or 2 minutes. Please, I hope you have history, HISTORY, your integrity and honesty to read through this. I trust you. Okay? Can Let's look at this one here. This is a Treaty of Versailles. I supposed to show you last week, but I was thinking to put it this week to show you this. Now, this is a picture. Do you think this source be, unfortunately, I'm so sorry, it did not state where is the provenance come from. Maybe it's a cartoonist from a British cartoonist. Okay, let's take this as a, wait, what happened to my mouse? It's not moving. Oh my gosh. Something wrong with my mouse, guys. Sorry, I can't move my mouse to where I'm supposed to be. Give me a minute. Sorry. Oh, really not moving. Okay, open. Okay, sorry, my mouse got some problem. Sorry. Okay, like look at this source. So This source tells is a cartoon drawn by a British cartoonist. So is it reliable? Is it useful? Sorry, I got something wrong with my mouse, so I dare not to move anything. I don't know why, but it just can move up and down, but I can't move my mouse. What's wrong with my mouse? Okay, how do you infer from this picture here? Look at the, okay, let me tell you the trick of, finally, the reason why I need the mouse. Guys, pay attention. If you're away from your screen, I need your full attention on this picture, and it will help you in your English comprehension page, no, in your visual graphic text paper as well. 4 corners. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my mouse again? 4 corners. Have you heard of the saying that please do not cut corners? So this corner here, first corner. This corner here, second corner. This third corner here, there will be something written here. This corner, you see the big 4 pills? Big 4 pills here. Okay, and this corner here. Okay, who is this person with this arm? Is it the Treaty of Versailles? And you realize you see that British, okay, maybe I make it bigger here so that you can see. Okay, this is called the British Empire, the France, the America, the Italy, and the Japan. And who are these 4 here? Okay, is this 4 representing Italy, France, Germany, or Russia? Which are the big 4? So you see, $1 million, a box of something like that. Then this peace terms, you have got to swallow it whether you like it or not. So these poor guys, who do you think you represent? Definitely you represent Germans, right? Right. So by the hand squeezing him, he's forcing him to swallow a pill reluctantly. It's forcing him to take in without any consent and in the force effect. How can you tell? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my mouse again? Okay, so with this, you're forcing him to swallow this pill. You look at it, this thing is so big and the size of the mouse. You have to take note of all these things. And then there's called the center of focus. This is what I mean, FIEE. The center of focus. The center of focus here is actually, we're talking about the peace term, which is called the TOV. Then you have to internalize, your subconscious to tell you, how do I know this is TOV? You need to know. You are a history student. You need to know that certain things concept, it's just like area of triangle is half base times height. You need to know all these formula deep rooted in your head. This is called deeper learning and higher learning. You are only learning now sorry. I'm very frustrated with, I don't know what happened with my mouse. You are learning in this way, this part here. So you know, oh, okay, swallowing the pill. So you're going to write the first level. Okay, Germany was forced to take the treaties by forcing him to take it without the consent, and he might get choked, something like that, because he cannot breathe. So what is the deeper understanding of this picture here? It shows that by hook or by crook, which is say you like it or not. This line tells me that whether the term is favorable or not, you jolly well got to write the accept and sign it, but you don't write the word jolly well. So you have to say inside, German has no other alternative but to accept the treaty, okay, painfully accepting the fates of the rest, dictating their life for the next couple of years, something like that. So when you say it in this way, the examiner will know that you have a deeper understanding of the contextual knowledge. Okay, that is what I meant. Okay. Oh, what's wrong, man? Sorry, guys. I'm very sorry. I don't know what happened. It's either my mouse battery is dead or I'm sorry about it. Okay, I just want to close this. See, I can't even close this. Okay, so this is just a one example. Of course, I want to share this one here. Okay, get it? This one in the Padlet, you can type your answer here. This is where we are shared with all of us here. Okay, Benny. Okay, you can take note of this one here. Later, I can just put in the, okay. Then you can type your answer here wherever you can share. Okay, I click the link here. To go back to this one here, no, is it this one? Oh no, not this one, so sorry. It's supposed to show you once. I don't know where I put it in, so sorry guys. Give me a minute. This one is. Okay, guys. I think last week I talked about the goggle. So remember this one. Okay, why I want to bring out this one is where you saw just now our dear friend was being squeezed, right, to force. Sorry, my mouse not working again. So sorry about that. So you saw the guys were being squeezed. The German guy was being holding and then forced to swallow the pill with a big spoon, and the four person is pushing it. So it's something like they have to swallow the part, just like gargling inside, swallowing it. So you have to accept the peace term by all this thing here. Okay, something like that. So with these ideas, you kind of refresh your memory. Oh, so Germans were forced to swallow this pill reluctantly, but accepting the fate. Maybe this pill might be allergic to him. Maybe this pill is not suitable for him, not feasible for him. So similar that, oh, it remind me because of that, this is the things that he's signing for way of surrendering themselves and making Germany to be handicapped, crippled, and making Germany to be a kind of not able to be a superpower again because they have been a kind of villains attacking all the parts of Europe and colonize others. Okay. Okay. I think I better. So now you understand what I mean. Sometimes when your notes you come in handy. Okay, I better stop this. Okay. Okay. So sometimes these notes will come in handy to help you to understand. All right. So what is your homework? Your homework is actually read through the next topic for studying. Okay, I will put in the Google Classroom. Maybe the rise of studying. There will be some slide I will to show. Next lesson, I'm still haven't decided what to do. Maybe I want to show some source-based um, pictures from studying. It happens that all these pictures sometimes might come out for O-level student. So Ray Chen's and I think not Ray Chen, sorry, Ryan and who can't remember who is the Sec3 student. Anyway, just type to me for those Sec3 students. Have you all covered studying already? Before I end my lesson, have you all covered studying? No, because if not yet, that will be good. So I will just walk through. Not yet, huh? So okay. So next week, Wednesday is one day before Chinese New Year. So I will not want to give you too much homework. Maybe if you want those homework that is previously, that those questions like TOV, LON for the Set 4 students, you can take it for practice. For those of you who hand in, you think you want to do other questions, by all means. Yes, the homework is not just to read out the standing. Not yet. Thank you, Rachel. Yes, of course. Harry, yes, I read your message about the WA. Yes, anything say come in. If you cannot get me in, whatever reason, go to my colleague and tell the Zhe there to send it to me. Okay. And like I say, I'm 24/7 prepared. Okay, unless I'm on duty like yesterday, I was doing my police duty, so I cannot reply you things like that. So sometimes I can reply you, or sometimes I have to bring my mommy for rehabilitations, so I cannot reply you. Other than that, I'll do. No, okay, let me repeat. The homework is not just to read out Stalin, but the homework is also to know why Stalin rise to power. Okay, the background of Stalin. That's all. Actually, I want to cover about industrialization and collectivization. So yes, to read out Stalin, and of course, if possible, maybe you can do a mind map about Stalin. Just a simple one. Don't need to write sentence. Mind map. That means draw Stalin as a center. Stalin father, mother. Stalin is what? Just like Hitler, No, he used to be an artist. Okay, he used to be a copper in the army. Then he become a chancellor, something like that. A simple mind map. Not every time writing. So after that, because you will have a lot of writing, and then there will be an SBQ. I'm thinking if all the 5 of you agree, please type it here now so I know what to do. If next few lessons, if you all of you agree, I will do SBQ. Okay? Is it okay, Benny? I will do SBQ. All right. So I can use that in, and guess what? Some of the pictures that I collated is like my, 好像我的邮票收集邮票 with all the sources for Stalin and Hitler. And guess what? Some of the sources came out in the exam because they are fixed one. You won't see Stalin and Uncle Raymond side by side, right? 我 then 就是算是鬼魂了。Okay, anything? Okay, sure, Ryan. So I will do SBQ. I will prepare for. Can I say today lessons we have totally completed Treaty of Versailles, League of Nations, because this is part of my prediction for the coming exam for O level. Okay, so if can the best for those of you done the homework already, don't bother. Those of you have not handled it, do your best. I don't like the word try. I hate the word try. You try, you cry, everything will dry. Just submit to me, okay? Right? Do it your best. Standing, for those of you, I think I predicted standing to come out for the exam.